Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Weeknights. This is the Weeknight podcast, the early edition.
Uh, I hate when we pod in the morning.
I'm sorry.
I just, I'm, I'm like I'm like a one of those morning people who's not a morning person. It's really weird. I'm gonna explain it to you if you give me a second. I wake up very early in the morning. I do not speak to anyone for a really long time, or I don't interact much if I do speak to anyone. Very few people I will speak to before 11 a.m. So I'm still, I haven't fully come out of that for the day.
Got you. Yes, because it's definitely not 11 a.m.
No. So also, I just woke up late this morning, which, of course, the day
Right.
when we
Of
have to
course, the
pause.
day.
I wake
That's
up
how the universe
way
works, though.
later. Yeah. I wake up way later than I normally would. So,
Right. Well, we try to make this quick so you could go back to your fortress of solitude.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, where you want to start? You want to start with new music, or you want to start with new trailers?
We can talk about the new music.
Okay. So, I got to stop saying so to start topics, but anyway. Out of nowhere, last night, I didn't know this was coming. Maybe you did. I had no idea.
I
I
did.
was just scrolling through,
Mm-hmm.
trying to see what the new releases were, because we do a pod and I knew we were podding early.
Yeah.
I saw something and said, no way this is true. But it was true.
Oh,
LL
hey
Cool J.
everybody. I'm Dash and this is JD, by the way.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to get you up out of here. My bad. Should we edit
It's
that out?
fine. No, this is fine. Let's keep
Oh,
going. I just wanted to let everybody know listen. I mean, if you're here, you've been here. If you're one of our subscribers, then you already know who we are. We don't have to tell you every single time. We do that as a courtesy for, anybody who's new, but honestly, it's fine. Carry on. You go ahead. They know who you are.
all right. Yeah. So I was scrolling through trying to find the new releases, and I stumbled upon an LL Cool J record that came out last night. I had no idea this was coming out, but it did, and it's called Saturday Night Special,
Yep.
and it features Rick Ross and Fat Joe. And there's a music video. Did you watch the music video?
I did not watch the music video.
Oh man, you're gonna text me about LL Cool J's pants when you see it.
Oh, I saw the pants though, because it's on the cover art.
It's got super baggy pants on, flare legs. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna talk about dudes in their baggy pants today, but a conversation for another day for sure. I'm sure there's an episode where we'll need something to talk about, and I will talk about dudes in their baggy pants.
And I'll just listen on when that day comes.
I don't know why. If
Uh,
you're a guy, do you wear baggy pants?
no, but I am also not a fashionable person. So whatever is the latest fashion, I have no idea.
Just because it's the latest, don't mean it's the greatest.
That's true. But let's get back to the record.
Sure.
So this record came out. There's a video in black and white. And man, I really wish you saw the video, but all right. I guess I will keep my video commentary to myself.
I'm so sorry. I went to the streamer and just hit play on it. Didn't.
It's all right. No worries. It's early. Um, I'm gonna come out with a hot take right away, blazing hot. And I know I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but I have to be very honest.
Well, I came to be honest too.
I never want to hear the three of these guys together again. like
Thank you for
ever in
saying
life. Yeah,
Thank you
I
for saying
know people are. You're welcome. I know that people probably think that's harsh. I know that LL Cool J is a legend,
yeah.
and I'm supposed to be nice to the legends. And I love LL Cool J. He's great. I
Awesome.
love lots of things that he does. But this was not one of the things I loved. And he raps the most. I don't know why he put the other two on the record. This did not sound like a cohesive record. I'll be honest, I don't really know what the topic was. Because it was weird. When I saw the three of them, I thought we was gonna get some 5 4 3 2 1 type shit. But we didn't. Instead, we got like LL being conscious and warning people about what they should and shouldn't do in the streets, and you know, cautionary tales delivered in a nice, cool way.
Yeah.
And then the hook, I don't. The
The
hook
hook
was
is
weird.
weird.
The hook is weird. It's more like a little break. It's not even a real hook. And then the other two guys didn't rap about the stuff LL Cool J rapped about. And why was Rick Ross talking when LL Cool J was doing the hook? I don't even know what Rick Ross said.
I don't know.
I just heard his voice.
I don't know. And I honestly don't ever. I'm never excited to hear from Fat Joe. I just want to be honest. But but honestly, the moment the song started, I wanted to text you and ask you, is the song unfinished? The sound, something's wrong with the sound. It's
Because some
like,
people's verses are higher than others, right?
well, I feel like you can't hear LL properly when the song begins. You can't hear LL properly over the beat. Like it's like it wasn't like they didn't. It's like they didn't synthesize it.
You're a fool. That's not what that means.
I know, I'm
Good,
kidding
good
because I
callback to
made that
yesterday's
joke, but
episode, though.
no, but it's like they didn't balance out the sound. Like the
Yeah,
beat
I did
sounds so
notice.
loud and he sounds so low. To me,
Well,
it
what I
just
did notice
sounded like
was
an
Joe
unfinished
Bud.
record.
I said the wrong name. Fat Joe does sound weird. It sounds like his vocals are kind of peaking. Um, I don't know what's going on. It's a weird record. I don't know why they would shoot a
It is.
video. You got to see the video, man. In the video, this song is not a hype record.
I
In
don't.
the video, the whole video, LL Cool J's doing all this animated stuff.
Oh, his usual. He loves when the camera like zooms in and out of him, and he's like in his, you know.
But this wasn't the record to do that. Oh, and when he said, "I give you the shirt off my back," he took his shirt off and showed you his
Of
six pack.
course, of course.
I ain't mad at that one. I'd have showed the six pack too if I had one.
Listen, I wasn't mad to hear that LL had made some new music. I was, I said, "Oh, that's exciting. I
Hmm.
want to check that out." When I heard you say it, it was intriguing to me.
Absolutely. But then you were unintrigued
And then
and uninterested.
I woke up this. I woke up. I got up out of my bed to talk about this shit.
Yo, Dash, not playing this morning. You gang banging on bacon.
I didn't even have my bacon yet for the day, or coffee. I was
Should
just about to make coffee, and you were like, "Okay, I'm ready." I said,
have told me I'd have waited 5 minutes.
"Nah, it's okay. I should start the day with water, not coffee."
That's true.
um, but what's the next topic? I don't really
No, wait a
know
minute. Wait a minute.
what
Wait
we're
a minute.
supposed to
Wait a
say
minute.
here.
No, I have more to say.
You have more. How could there even be more? It's
Because
not good. It's ungood.
Why does Fat Joe think I brought the purses to the verses is a good way to start?
Why does Fat Joe? End of question. Because for me, that's what it is. Why does Fat Joe?
And that was a weird ass moment, by the way. Like, that wasn't a good Superfly moment when he gave the two ladies Birkin bags. It was like, why is this being done right now of all the time? Yeah, I could have did that backstage. It was like a fake. It was a weird flex moment. I don't know what it was, but you needed to remind us about that. Really?
Fat Joe is weird, and Fat Joe does weird shit and says weird shit. I've never cared for him. But
And then did you hear Rick Ross lie?
what did he say?
I
Remind,
doubt the lyrics are there, but let me just see
remind
if the
me,
lyrics are there.
because
Because he said, let me see if I can pull up the lyrics. Are the lyrics there? The lyrics aren't there. I could have sworn Rick Ross said the lyrics aren't there. I could have sworn Rick Ross said, I might skip the battle verse or something like that. Like, in other words, I wouldn't put out a battle rap in a verse. I skip that. Let me try to pull it up. Hold on.
Rick Ross don't got nothing
Hold
better.
on, hold on. Let me just 2 seconds. Comes the weird hook. Who are we paying back?
Does it matter?
All right, hold on. See? I'm not wrong. He said million on the wrist, quick to skip a battle rap. That's not true. He dissed Drake. Is he talking about Game dissing him and him not responding? What is he talking about?
I don't know. And honestly, you
If he
asking
dissed
too many
Drake, that
questions.
was a
Because
battle rap.
no, I get it, and you're right. But I feel like you're asking way too many questions about something that is nonsense. Like this whole thing. Why are we here? LL, you've been doing your thing with Rock the Bells, and you've been, last year you had a great run with 50th anniversary of hip hop, and that was cool. And I would love to see and hear more from LL. I say all the time, I don't like it when our legends just kind of fade into the background. I like it when they stick around and they continue to work and continue to give us whatever they want to give us. Don't give us
Not
this.
this. Yeah, I'm about to say
I
not
want to
this.
give this back. I could have slept an extra 10
Then
minutes.
in the video, the three of them are rapping, and a Maybach is in the middle of the screen, just for no ass reason.
I mean, because Rick Ross said we need a Maybach here. First of all, it's an odd trio to begin with. Like, before we even get to the song,
I felt like that's why it was gonna be good because of the mix.
certainly interesting. Like,
It's
it's
also why I
certainly,
thought it was gonna get a 5 4 3 2 1 kind of record. I thought it was gonna be like Superfly, braggadocious, I'm the best MC kind of vibe. Because they all could do that. But this wasn't that.
no. No, that was a waste of a few minutes for me. So
Yeah, and I had to listen to it twice.
I listened to it twice too. So
Reclaiming my time.
I wish I could.
Right?
Yeah.
All right.
You know what had my senses going though?
How?
That Aliens trailer.
All right, talk about it.
It had all my
So we just saw the trailer for Aliens Romulus. Is that what it's called?
yes, Aliens Romulus.
Yeah. All right, talk about it. You were saying.
It had my senses going. I mean, the sounds, and then there's one point where they like cut out the sound, and now it's just like completely visual. You're only hearing like almost like a like a
White noise?
yeah, or like there's like an uninterrupted beat for a while towards the end of the trailer, but that
Mm-hmm.
makes you like lock in
Yep.
into what you're seeing. Um, and I don't usually want to see movies about aliens or anything like that, but I was locked in. I said, "Oh, I might need to see this,"
Okay.
because my senses were just. I mean, at the risk of being overstimulated, but my senses were definitely. I was like, oh, 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 and the sounds and the visuals and the, oh my gosh, something's coming. You know,
Yeah.
um, I thought it looked good. I would see it.
Okay.
I
I
thought it
didn't
looked
expect
interesting.
that. I thought you were gonna say, "Why not have you watch this trailer? It
No,
was not good."
I
Okay.
mean I've seen some of these movies before. It's not like this is not my genre of choice, but I've seen them, and I mean usually because someone else wanted to see them, but because like I said, it's not my genre of choice. But I'm usually not against seeing most things,
Okay.
um, just because I'm a curious person, and like I don't write things off just because it's not the thing that I like. Um,
Oh, I do that.
yes, you
Yep.
do.
Guilty.
But I
Guilty.
don't like if it's something that I wouldn't necessarily be drawn to, or I don't usually like. I'm still open to trying it just to see, if I get something out of it. Because sometimes you do. Sometimes you end up watching something that you would never watch. Um, and you're like, oh, I kind of like this, or oh, is there another one? Can I? So
Right.
that was
There's
so
plenty of alien movies.
right, and I've seen a bunch of them. But I just this is like if you really want to get your senses going, if you really you really want to make sure you're feeling inside.
Right.
I feel like this is a good thing to watch. I think I might see this.
Okay.
I could hear, yes, you could hear like the crackling, and you could hear the slime, and just I was intrigued. I said, "Oh, okay," and then it's like one of those look over your shoulder, and I love suspense.
Right.
So really, anything will get me with the suspense. But the looking over your shoulder, or like being in a pool of water, and now you're looking around and you're like, it's coming, but you don't know which direction it's coming from, is
Right.
exciting. So yeah, I thought it was cool.
I was trying to find the other two movies. Okay, I was right. So these are prequels, and this would be the third prequel.
Why are there so many prequels?
Uh, because in 2012 they did a movie called Alien Prometheus that
Hmm.
kind of tells you how the aliens were created,
Hmm.
and then in 2017 they did a part two. So it picks up after that one, and this is the third. This is the third prequel.
What do you think of it? Did you see the other ones?
I did. Prometheus is weird.
Mhm.
Uh, you don't need to watch it more than once, but I have. I want to see. Did Ridley Scott? He did direct it. Okay. Did he do Covenant too? He did. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. I'm shocked. That was my first thought. My first thought was when I saw the trailer. I'm shocked that they're allowing a new person to direct the Aliens movies. Ridley Scott is usually the director of the Alien movies. It's either been him or James Cameron. James Cameron did the second one. I'm just looking to double check. David Fincher did the third one. Oh, I guess it's not that weird then.
So
I'm
Alien,
just so go ahead.
so Alien versus Predator.
So that's a side movie. It's not connected. It's
I
its
was just
own
I
thing.
just
Yeah.
wanted to know. It was like I was sitting here and I was like, wait, is this?
Yeah, it's its own thing. It's not in any of the other series. So if you watch all the Predator movies, it never comes up. If you watch all the Aliens movies, it never comes up.
Okay.
Um, no, it only comes up in those two movies. I was
Got
gonna say they mention it in one of them, but they mention it in Aliens versus Predator 2, which shouldn't exist. But anyway. Actually, I'm wrong. After looking, Ridley Scott did not direct all of them. He only directed half of them. But anyway, whatever. I was shocked to see that a person who does horror movies is doing this movie, especially because I am not a fan of those other two movies. One I saw, one I did not. the movies that are mentioned in the trailer that the director did. Uh, but I am curious to see how this horror person is going to do the Aliens movie. Uh, so that made me curious, and the trailer doesn't look bad. It looks like an Aliens movie. I'm curious to see what twists they'll use. It seems like there's already some twists with the trailer. Um, so I think that what you said hits it on the head. One of the movies has to do with like a deaf guy or something like that, if I remember correctly. That he directed. So, damn, it says it in the trailer. I forgot the name of it. Where you are, you know, on your way to start the day, I am on the opposite side of things, and my brain is like, I'm not really sure right now. Fade Alvarez. Okay. Just pulling up his filmography because they mentioned some stuff. Don't Breathe, right. Okay. Don't Breathe is the one that I remembered. The Girl in the Spider's Web, that's interesting. He was a writer for this, not a director. Oh, okay, whatever. I don't need to deep dive then. Anyway, whatever. I think it's interesting. It looks good. I like the crackling.
Yeah, that's oof.
That was cool. I mean, you pretty much know what you're getting with Aliens, and I think that was the problem with some of these prequels. That first one was really not like an Aliens movie until like the last few minutes. It was a super slow build up of kind of like the history and all this and all that. It was kind of weird. And Prometheus was not. Prometheus was more like an interesting ride to take, but not really the default Aliens movie. Covenant was more of that kind of movie. I think they knew they had to make up for Prometheus. And so maybe this would be a nice way to round it out and finish out the trilogy, prequel trilogy. I watch all the Alien movies. I watched them. I own the first four, the original four. I own them. I watched them. I'm all for it. I will be watching this one, and that's why I said, "Oh, let's see what Dash thinks." Almost broke everything just now. Um,
I moved.
you saw that, right?
Yeah, I did.
I went to lift my hand and I smacked everything. So yeah, I was like, "Oh, let me see what Dash thinks." And so yeah, maybe it'll be a what you like to call them a pod field trip.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Do a little pod field trip. That one. I dig
To
that.
see,
Yeah.
yeah. So that was interesting, and I think it's worth a watch. Plus, I feel like I've seen all the other ones, so
So you guys see this one.
why not, right?
Yeah. I usually feel like that. If I started a series or started some sort of
Oh, I
uh,
am not.
I know you don't, but me, I have to like. Again, I'm a very curious person, so like my curiosity, like makes me. I can't. I can't look away. Like I gotta finish it. I gotta get to the end,
Like
but I
like
can put it out of my mind.
I loved House of Cards.
Yeah,
I still have not seen the last season of House of
I
Cards.
haven't seen the last season either.
See, perfect example.
Also, did
Anyway,
see the last season of Orange Is the New Black.
oh, I never watched that because I felt like they were trying to make the new version of Oz, and I already watched Oz. So
Oh, Orange Is the New Black was great, but I just never, I never finished it. Not for any. I just kept saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna like next week. I'm gonna watch it," and I just never finished it. There was no real reason. I wasn't mad at the way it had turned out or anything like that. But
gotcha.
yeah, um, and then House of Cards, just that whole situation got weird. So,
Yep, it sure did. Because
um,
Kevin Spacey is an asshole.
a crying asshole at that, but we won't go there.
I wanted to cover the topic, but somebody said no.
I didn't say no. Did I don't even recall us talking about following up. I don't remember. We can talk about it. We'll talk about it on the next episode.
You got it, boss.
Yeah,
So you
let's
gotta am I the
crying.
asshole for us? Speaking of assholes,
Oh shit!
Okay, so this one is just one sentence because the long post has been removed from Reddit. Dun dun dun.
I'm really curious what it really said, but I think the one-liner speaks for itself.
It does. So let's tell them what it says. It says, am I the asshole for telling my wife that if she attends her affair partner's funeral, I won't be here when she gets back? Let me just read it one more again because this shit is crazy. Am I the asshole for telling my wife that if she attends her affair partner's funeral, I won't be here when she gets back? So that means at some point his wife had an affair
Yep.
and that person passed away at another point in time. And the wife wants to attend. And he's saying, if you attend,
I'm out of here.
I'm not going to be here when you get back, bitch.
Because 2 + 2 does equal 4.
Yeah.
You know?
So,
And you got a lot of fucking nerve. If you think that you're going to go out and have an affair.
I wonder, can I find the full thing?
And then this motherfucker dies.
Right.
And you coming to me talking about you want to go to the funeral for the motherfucker that you tried to ruin our marriage with.
It's crazy.
No. No, he's right. You can't go. Sorry. Sorry. Not that liberal over here. No, you can't go. No, I
Affair.
won't be here when you get back.
Right. Affair partner's funeral. Let me see.
Cause what you supposed to do? Go and like say hello to his wife? Why are you going to the funeral? People have no time or place.
Oh, I might have found it. Wait a minute.
What is it?
Oh, I see what happens. So when you Google it, a little bit comes up.
Oh, okay.
But when you click on Reddit, it goes away. It says, we have been working hard at making our marriage work for 7 years now.
I assume that.
The guy died on Thursday. His funeral will be this coming Wednesday. But that's all I can see here.
It doesn't even matter. No. No. Why you've been working on your marriage? It was an affair.
I got it. This shit is long.
They're usually long.
This is super long.
They're usually long, so I usually read them and then like give you guys an abridged version, or only read certain parts.
All right, you tell me when to stop reading. I found it.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, it's a little different, but I think it's the same one. It says, am I the asshole for forbidding my wife to go to her affair partner's funeral? Married 15 years ago and almost didn't make it this far. In our second year of marriage, my wife went home when I was deployed and slept with some dickhead who I'll refer to as SD from here out, who she was loose acquaintances with growing up. She hadn't seen him in years, but he just happened to show up during my daughter's birthday party because he was the son of one of my mother-in-law's old friends.
Oh.
D and my wife hooked up later that week after reconnecting. The reason I didn't kick my wife's ass to the curb and eventually forgave her is because she told me herself soon after I got home. And she didn't try to justify it with the, oh, well, you were gone, I felt lonely, blah, blah, blah. No, she actually said straight up that she was fucking a dumbass. Her words, not mine, though I agree. And she felt so sick and disgusting for doing it. She immediately cut off all contact with SD, and it took a lot of counseling and healing, but we are here today. Feels like nonstop since that time that my wife has gone above and beyond proving that I was right to keep her. Well, my mother-in-law called yesterday and she heard from SD's mother that SD died in some workplace accident and they're having his funeral this weekend. Oh, this is not the same one. Because the other one said, all right, at this point, what I do, keep reading?
I mean, I guess so. I just feel like it. Okay, yes, the scenario just changed things. Yes, the time frame just does change things. But I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
This is not the same one.
Oh,
So we could just scrap me reading it if you want in editing.
okay.
It sounds like somebody got. There's a lot of these.
I would imagine so.
No, like the same scenario, because another one popped up here that says, am I the asshole for having my late husband's affair partner removed from his funeral?
Yeah, I would imagine this sort of thing happens often.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that we have internet now, so people can write about it. But I feel like we know that people's affair partners, as they're being called, are affair partner. I think is a very generous way of saying it. Um, but I feel like we know that people do this. I mean, especially when it comes to like men, powerful men, and whatever you see, the mistresses or whoever attend the funeral, and it's always like a it's always like a thing. I had a situation in my family where the
Where's my popcorn? Hold
where dude was on his deathbed. He has like this thing happen and is rushed off to the hospital, and now he's like probably not going to make it, and his wife and his mistress are both like trying to get information from the hospital, and the mistress has no way of like getting information unless she actually reaches out to the wife and the family. And let me tell you something. Bitches
Scandalous.
are that bold. Okay? Bitches are that fucking bold. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I know it's early. I don't usually curse this much on the pod, but I just
Sorry. All right, so let's go to
I
the original
mhm.
scenario. No, you're not an asshole for telling your wife she cannot attend the affair partner's funeral.
No.
Don't give a fuck
Screw
if they
them.
were best friends and that's who she cheated with. No, you can't go to the funeral anymore.
No. No. I
And oh, actually, I forgot the last part. I won't be here when you come back. Nobody should be there when you come back. If you are brazen enough to go to your affair partner's funeral, the moment you walk out the door in all black, niggas should start packing up the whole house.
Right, because my thing is we're having a conversation and I'm telling you that I'm not okay with this.
Right.
So you deciding that you're going to go anyway is disrespectful
Yep.
and shows that you don't have regard for this marriage that we're working on. I do believe that the two scenarios are different because this person was saying that they've been working on their marriage or whatever. I tried to consider. See, now I have the other one in my head. Um,
You could respond to either one. I mean, we
I tried.
found three of them, so
Yeah, I tried to consider the time frame and the relationship. So, um, I do understand that sometimes there are familial obligations that you might have. I think that if people are in a 15-year marriage and this happened in year two, and this was also a family friend, I could see how that becomes a complicated choice.
But you can't go.
No, I'm not advocating for the person to go. I'm saying I could see how that becomes
Oh
um
no, I didn't think you were. I was saying, but you still can't go.
right. It's unless your husband says, I get it, you know, this was a family friend, it was a freak accident. It's been 13 years since this happened. You know, if you want to go, I'm not even putting up a thumbs up. I'm not even doing a thumbs up. Like, if you want to go, go. I think you have to um I think you have to respect your partner's wishes. I think that's what's at the root of this, is not
Yeah.
necessarily, I mean, I don't even think you should be bringing it up if you just had an affair and you are working on your marriage. Oh
But
well,
I
they
don't even think it
died.
matters.
Sorry.
Well, right. I don't think it matters when it happened. And when it happened, if you've been married for 15 years and this happened in year 2,
Hmm.
yeah, it's 13 years later. That's cool. But what do you think happens when you walk in and say, "Oh, babe, I just found out that so and so died. This is crazy. I'm so sad." Bitch, what you sad for?
Right, but that's the thing. I'm not the only reason why I took that into consideration is because for that one it said that there was like some sort of familial connection to this person. So
Said
like
it was
it's,
a loose acquaintance
oh well, then maybe,
growing up.
oh, a loose acquaintance is different. Like, growing up, yeah, it's not someone who you're seeing all the time. It's not someone who's like
It's not your
around
people's.
around all the time. So I just feel like, why are you opening that can of worms? At the end of the day, what's important is your marriage. That person is dead and gone, and you don't have them when you come back home. Like, they're gone. But you could have your marriage if that's what you want.
Yeah,
Um,
and like, why would you even ask that? Like, how bold you gotta be to come home and be like, "Babe, do you think it's okay if I go to so and so's funeral?"
right.
What?
But that's
I
also
might
why.
start packing bags as you're telling me the story. Like, real talk. Like,
Right.
"Oh, babe, you remember so and so?" First of all, nigga, how could I forget so and so?
Exactly. You remember how
You
long it
mean
took me to
you mean the
trust you
motherfucker that
again?
you almost let tear up this marriage? You mean the
Right.
motherfucker that was tearing up them walls? No. No, I don't. No, I did not forget that motherfucker. No.
Yeah, I just feel like it's in poor taste to bring it up and ask, and it's also in poor taste to assume that your partner would be comfortable with it. Like,
But
I
what
just
partner
don't.
would? Like,
I feel like there are people who would just be like, "Oh, what, like, whatever, the person's dead." Um, I wouldn't feel that way. I would feel some type of way. I also would feel like how stupid you look going to this person's funeral when you're like they're a fair partner. Don't make us look stupid.
even if the person was single and you're the only person having an affair, it still looks bad.
But I just feel like, even if I didn't care, like, let's say there's a world where my man comes to me and he's like, and maybe it is a scenario where it was years ago and like we dealt with it and we're living a happy life now, and and he finds out that this person died. How are we supposed to look when you go out there and you take your ass to that funeral? What is
Yeah.
that supposed to like? And what feeling inside, or what is it that you're feeding by doing this? I don't understand
I
that.
think the risk of ripping open all these old traumatic wounds
Yeah.
is too high, whether you want
Yeah.
to go or not. Sometimes you gotta not do what you want to do for the sake of
Exactly.
the bigger picture.
Right. Like, just also, like, fuck them.
Yes.
Sorry. Like, I'm not. I don't. That would piss me off.
Yeah.
That would piss me
That's why I
off.
said, as my wife is telling me the story, I probably already started packing at that moment.
That would piss me off. I would
Because
start.
how
You
does that
right?
even
Because
go?
you
Like
right.
what
I
you
would
say,
start
what you say,
stewing.
babe, I heard, babe, today I heard so and so passed away. Okay.
Well,
Uh,
that's a shame.
so what happened? Right. So what you gonna say next? Well, I was wondering if maybe because I found out that the services are next Wednesday. So
Right.
what? Okay. So what you think you going? You think you going? That's what you about to ask me. Can you go?
I just
Matter
feel
of
like
fact, let me pick you two black dresses. One for his funeral and one for yours, bitch.
it's too. I feel like
Well, like, what type of disrespectful shit is that?
that's what I
Like,
was about to say. I feel like it comes down to respect on a lot of different fronts.
yeah.
Because you know, it's just like it's not to me in the grand scheme of things. It's not that big of a deal. In
And
fact,
then
this
like
is probably
you
better for
pull
our
that
marriage if
string.
this person is now gone and will never come back. I
Exactly.
just I'm not. I don't know. I first of all, like
You ever seen the
the fact that I
cartoon?
forgave you,
Go ahead.
the fact that I forgave you,
Right.
the fact that I allowed you to stay here and continue to work on a relationship with me when you already betrayed me is the reason why this can't happen. Why this doesn't make sense. Why you shouldn't even be bringing this to me or to our marriage in whatever way. Don't lie about it. Don't hide it and go to it and let me find out. Don't come to me and ask me if you could go. Don't come to me and say you are going. This you broke trust over this person.
Right.
And we are still in a relationship and we were able to work past the broken trust. What do you think is going to happen to that trust when you try to go pay your respects? They dead. They gone. It's over. It's been over.
I got this feeling, and I just can't turn it loose.
I got this feeling. Remember when Cisco used to kick up his foot? And I just can't turn it loose. Now I'm up. That somebody's been getting next to you.
Alexa,
Don't wanna walk around knowing I was your fool. 'Cause being the man that I am, I just can't lose my cool.
cool.
My friends keep telling me about the things that's going on.
Sing it.
But deep in my I hope they're wrong. Yes, I hope they're wrong. But I know it, babe. Somebody's sleeping in
Ah,
my bed tonight, baby. That's later in the song, but whatever. Um,
Alexa, play My Bed by Drew Hill.
remember when they remixed it? Oh my.
So deaf?
Yo, Jermaine Dupri loved a remix. Okay. Yep, there it is. The So Deaf mix. Yeah.
Come on.
If you want to dance, I'ma make you dance. Why was he saying that about somebody sleeping? My bed. If you want to move, if you want to move, I'ma make you move. Drew Hill. What were we doing?
But
What were we talking? He was
Jermaine
so sad on the
Dupri,
first record.
not no more. We dancing now. Yeah, I mean,
What? Dancing on her cheating ass?
that's it. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question. For everybody who has Alexa, haha.
I'm so glad you said her and not the other one because
That's right. I got your back. I wouldn't do that to you.
I appreciate it. Because sometimes people I be having the phone on speaker and I'm like, shut up.
Right.
Don't say that. It's not funny when you make a joke about it.
Right.
Right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your weekend. This was the early edition of Weeknights.